Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. I'm Steve, as you might expect, and welcome to all. Thanks for returning viewers. Thanks to returning viewers and subscribers. All my model buddies out there, appreciate all the support always. And please remember, comments are always welcome, as long as they're respectful. I don't mind being criticized, I don't mind being corrected, but you don't have to be a jerk about it. Got enough of that. Speaking of which, more shameless self-promotion. I have started a new Substack, Steve K. That's Steve, and then the initial K, like kilo. And I posted 3 articles so far on a couple of different subjects. Nothing on model kits yet. I may or may not write some things about that, but for the most part, I think it's going to be on other subjects. And unlike the model channel here, we'll delve into politics from time to time. Yeah, some very interesting political developments happening in the United States. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. And I hope that they can manage to salvage their democracy one way or another. To say the least, the convention on starting on August 7th in Chicago will be interesting. Maybe interesting like the 1968 convention was. But in any case, I never advocate violence in any way. And it has no place in civil political discourse, which is what we're supposed to have in democracies. We're supposed to talk things out, not fight things out, kill each other over it. That's kind of the point. And it's served us well for quite a long time in all sorts of different countries. So the only political thing I'm going to say right here, right now, is that all I'm interested in is that democratic nations have free and fair elections, and that there is no violence of any type. All right, so as you see today, we have something a little different and pretty unique, actually. And it's the Revell 172 Horten GO229. This has also been designated the HO. But we'll get into that later. So as you can see, a very unique and interesting aircraft. It is 172 scale with the catalog number is 04312. This was listed as a Revell of Germany kit, but it's the Revell GBMH, not Revell of Germany, which in my experience is mostly junk. So, some of the older Revell stuff is great, but yeah, you have to be really careful. So, I kind of, I used to never have anything to do with Revell. Didn't want to have anything to do with them. And they have a lot of real dog kits out there. But they also have some very decent kits. And they reissue both under Revell and Monogram. They reissue Monogram kits, both under the Revell and Monogram label. The Monogram kits are a little simplistic, but they, my experience has been they always go together very nicely. I did their patent tank, and also the recent Apollo 11 Saturn V rocket, which is a 144 scale, and that was a nice little build. Most of the shortcomings there were mine, and overall, though, I'm pretty pleased with the end results. So, but we're not talking about that today. So here we've got, it's not a huge kit, 10.5 centimeters by 23 centimeters. So, it's fairly wide wingspan, as you'd expect from a flying wing. And so, anyways, what do we got here? Okay, we've got a little exterior blurb here, and then we've got in a whole bunch of different languages, unassembled plastic model kit, etc., etc., etc. On the side here, gives you some detail on the landing gear and so forth. Apologize for the box. I'll talk about that in a bit. It notes surface details with recessed panel lines, landing gear optionally extended or retracted, detailed nose and main undercarriage, detailed cockpit with instrument panel, two 30mm cannon, detailed imitation engine front and jet nozzle area. Decals for two versions, and there were two versions, V1 and V2. Then they indicate different paints you're going to need here on the side, and on the back this doesn't indicate skill level on the front. I don't see it anywhere actually, but in any case, and they've also included some other very interesting Revell models from the Antonov AN-124. This is a beautiful glider. I've flown in a glider like that before. They're just sweet. I mean, you can't. They're just sweet. I don't know if it is a glider. It might be so. No, it's a glider. But anyways, yeah. Oh, I used to love gliding. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, you know, there's not a lot of places you can go gliding. So anyways, but yeah, I used to love it. It was a lot of fun. And, you know, we did have opportunities when I was in the service and afterwards too. Especially when I lived in the States. Yeah, it's easy. You know, you can go out to the airfield, pay your $50 or your $80, depending on how long you want, and off you go. So yeah, some very interesting other subjects here, and of course they plug their other products. I really like this, the Revell Contacta Professional. There it is. Some people like it, some people don't. Once you develop some dexterity with the wand dispenser here, I've been very happy with it. It's a good bond, and like I say, once you you know, it's a gravity feed, so you know, and it only takes the tiniest of squeeze to get a bead out, and then it's easy to control that flow just by angling using gravity. So yeah, good stuff. That's odd. Usually they put the skill level on the front. So anyways, yeah, the box, pretty disgraceful, eh, people? I mean, it came in, of course, it actually was kind of like this. You can see that it actually split this, and it's all crushed and broken here. Got it from Amazon, came in one of their infamous gray envelopes, and but it does have a happy ending. So I'm not sure when this was tooled. Okay, as recently, if we can call it that, is 1994. So and it was a new tooling then. So you know, that's you know, I mean, it beats 1964 sometimes. Sometimes kits from '64 are great. And so, anyways, okay, so here we go. Very nice box art, which it isn't very accurate. The aircraft never fought in combat, and while there were two versions, there was only one version able to fly at a time. Actually, there were three versions, but one was a glider, so obviously that doesn't count. Okay, but yeah, it's very dramatic. shot down a Lancaster here, it looks like, and you know, that is what it is. And these 30mm cannons are very interesting. So it'll be interesting to see. So, as I said, it came from Amazon, fulfilled and shipped by Amazon. And I've talked about it before. I've had this problem before. I'm sure anybody who orders stuff from Amazon has the same problem. You know, it doesn't seem to matter. You know, the Royal Mail, it's the same. Canada Post, U.S. Postal Service. You know, sometimes they just brutalize stuff. And so, anyways, so the kit cost me about $26. That's why I got it. I mean, it's just a little thing, $26. And as we'll see, I'll probably be able to bang it together in an afternoon, probably. But yeah, so there we go. So it arrived, and so I called them, or I got them to call me. And yes, you can talk to a real person. Yeah. So you know, you have to go through in that AI. I hate those. I hate those chat things. Just, you know, anyway. So yeah, the lady called me back, and you know, I clicked on the thing. You know, get a phone call. The lady called me back. Nice lady, Indian accent, which is fine. I could understand her. Everything was fine as far as that goes. And so you know, and I explained it to her, and I opened it up, and you know, the contents are okay. Everything's pretty flat. So, but yeah, I mean, the contents were okay. But you know, I told her, you know, in our hobby, a lot of people, they just buy the kits and collect them, never intending to build them, and they want a pristine box, as well as even if you know, even if you do go ahead and build it, lots of modelers still want to have a nice pristine box. They collect the boxes for the box art, and this is nice box art. So anyways, I explained it to her, and I offered to send pictures, and she said, no, that's not necessary, and offered me a full refund. So the kit was free. So I'm not going to argue with that. And like I said, I told her, I said, you know, I'm just letting you know, because it doesn't matter to me, but it might matter to an awful lot of people. And really, it's not acceptable for a product to arrive like that. Oh, now I see skill level 3 hiding in there, which is more demanding models with up to 100 parts. So we'll see about that. This says it has, well, this is the old style box, so it doesn't say how many parts. So anyways, you know, it was good of them, and you know, and I was thinking about it after, and having been in business for a long time, you know, I guess, since this is a consistent, persistent problem with the gray envelopes, I guess I figure it's easier for them just to refund somebody $26 than to make a change. The funny thing was, the next day I got a book. This book, Peter Oxley showed it on his Apollo. He did a couple of book reviews, and this was one of them. His was the older version. This was the re-release for 2019 for the 50th anniversary. And man, this is just, I mean, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, it's a beautiful book. Cost me about $40. And it's, you know, the workshop manual. And some awesome pictures. There's just awesome pictures. There's all sorts of stuff about the whole program, and you know, I think that's a Redstone. Might be an Atlas. Anyways, yeah. So awesome pictures, beautiful book. I got it next day. It arrived, I think it was on Saturday. And so, yeah, for Apollo program aficionados, that's an awesome book, beautiful book. And I love books. I love writing. I love books. And I like reading books. I like reading real books. I like turning the pages. I like the tactile feel of turning the pages, of holding the book in my hands. And anyways, I'm old-fashioned. I don't care. I love it. And you know, I've never listened to an audio book. People have said, "Oh, you have to listen to the audio," and I know some of my friends, they just love them. And you know, I mean, it's great if you're working in the garden or whatever, or you know, you just want to lie there, you know. But no, if I'm going to read a book, I like to sit down and read a book. But to each their own. Okay, so enough of that. Here we go. We've got the instructions out here. And like I said, this is not a big kit. So we have one bag, heat sealed. There we go. And so